Hey guys, Rick Denham here, Holy Moly Outdoors. Welcome back to another episode. I'm so happy to be here and really to show you guys this video because we're in the middle of this crazy time being quarantined with this virus, and I wanted to give you guys a updated video, if you want to call it, for something that we did a few years back. The Kokanee Tackle Organization, I really found a way to better improve that. In this case too, it not only affects you guys as kokanee fishermen, but I really think this can apply to every type of fishing out there. So without further ado, we are going to go diving right into a tackle organization video from Harbor Freight. So stay tuned. This one's going to have a lot of good stuff in it for you guys, and I really hope during this time can help you with something to do. So see you in a sec. Alright, so we're talking tackle organization, and as I've said in the intro there, from Harbor Freight. So a few weeks ago, I think it was, before this whole thing kind of went crazy, I was going through Harbor Freight because I get the coupon books in the mail. And sometimes there's some really good stuff. A lot of the times I go browse in there just to see the deals on some of the smaller items I can pick up for the shop, and who ever knows what you can find. So it happened to be that I was browsing through one of the aisles and I came across what in my mind was like, oh, part organizers, right? So kokanee tackle in particular, right? This is the first video that I did, was all about kokanee tackle organization. So as I was going through the store, I thought, oh man, these organizers that they have in the back are going to be perfect for guys that like to do kokanee fishing, but tackle in general. So this is what I found, right? These are storage cases. They have, this one is a 15 bin. They have a nice little handle on them, and I'll showcase a up close shot of them. But these are super handy. They got, again, these cool latch system to hold them in place. And you can see here, they got all these little bins. Makes it really nice to store whatever you may need, and they are cheap. Again, under $5 here for something like this. Now what's great about Harbor Freight is you can get coupons in the mail, right? So it happens to be, here's one right here. You can go online as well. There's always a 20% off. So I happen to find that smaller storage case already on sale plus the 20% off. So heck of a deal there because of what you can do with it, right? In my previous kokanee tackle organizing video, which I'll put a link down below for all of that if you guys want to check that out, I had all of my blades, all of my wedding ring parts, I had everything organized in their own Plano boxes. And they work, don't get me wrong. It still is a great way to do it. However, I noticed that those Plano boxes have a gap between the tops of those dividers and the lid itself. So as your boat got moved around, the boxes got picked up, you'd have stuff transferring over into the other dividers. Now, not necessarily a bad thing, but for somebody who wants to keep their stuff organized, it's kind of a pain when you have stuff mixing around. Well, here is all of my wedding ring parts put into their own bin. I can shake it around, I can do all that. Nothing is going to happen for them to transfer across. And part of the reasoning why is those. This is indented, if you guys can see that. And those indents go right over the top of every intersection of those dividers, which makes it a lot more secure and tight to the lid. And then those buckles on the side really keep this thing together well. So all my wedding ring parts now in one section. Handle makes it really easy. How about all of my kokanee blades? Everything is in its own bin. And what's super awesome about all that, guys, they're interchangeable. So let's say you pull out, I got some bigger blades in there. but you want to change it and make something else. You can have a couple of these boxes and just interchange the bins. Maybe one's a storage for tackle supplies for making stuff, like that wedding ring box. You could have that on your shelf, and then, oh, I want to add one of those boxes to my boat. Well, now you have a boat box with interchangeable compartments. So that in itself right there, I think is huge for the kokanee fishermen. Or let's say somebody wants to organize all their hooks for steelheading or saltwater fishing. There you go. It can all be organized and interchanged for what you're doing. So that in itself right there, off the gate, I was just jazzed beyond belief, and I really feel is going to be a huge part to making things a little more organized but easier to access all the way around. I mean, I have a tackle shop over here on the side that I have everything stored. This is going to make it easier for me to know, hey, I grabbed that handle, I know exactly what's in that box, and I know exactly what it's going to hold. Very easy and convenient. Now what's great then too is they have a size step up. So that one was a 15 compartment, right? And smaller. It's not that big. Well, they have a bigger version of that. This one has 20 bins. But you can see those bins are bigger. So same thing, handle on the front, 2 latches, and then it's got a clip in the middle. These are all interchangeable. As I mentioned before, makes this thing super convenient because you can now plan out what you want to have in here. I love it. This becomes now a boat box, and let me tell you why. So it's very thin, you know, maybe about 3 inches tops in its height. In fact, I can tell you it is 16.5 inches long. It's got 13 inches top to bottom and a width of 2 2/8 inches. So it's thin, easy. I can slide that behind my boat seat or whatever underneath. This is super convenient and nice to have because, again, you can put whatever you want in here, and these boxes are interchangeable. For example, right? I want to remove. So you can see the layout here. I'm going to take out those center ones, and I'm going to take out these other ones on the side. So pull those 2 out. Pull these 4 out. And there you go. Now that space then leaves you to provide putting something else in there. How about you guys that like to put your stuff on leader boards, like a leader feeder, right? Check it out. Perfect fit. Now it's ready to go. It's all in a box. So if you have a specialized trip that you're going for, let's say you're going Lake Chelan Kokanee, you can have your starting lineup box, which I always try to do. You can put all your hook components in the small ones up front, and then you can use these other ones for whatever else you want. And in the case of that, you go down to Walmart. I really think this is going to be super neat because you're going to be out there grocery shopping for your TP or whatever you're doing out here during this time. Go to the snack food aisle where the Ziplocs and everything are and pick up these. These are a snack portion baggie. Now this credit goes all to Brandon Collier over at the Eastern Washington Facebook page because he showed me this trick and I think it's genius. What I do is I prep everything ahead of time. That's how we all should do. It's a lot of the fun of tackle tinkering in your garage where you can figure out that's where you catch your fish. Planning everything in advance. So I not only set up my leaders for the day in one of those leader feeder boxes, I set up my setups for the trip. So Dodger ready with whatever I'm going to put in there. My rigs are set up, prepped, ready to rock and roll. These happen to be cutthroat rigs from my last trip out, but that's what I do. My starting lineups are all ready to fish, so that way I'm reaching in, grabbing one of these pre-made baggies, clipping on my line, I'm fishing. There is minimal downtime. It makes a huge difference to success because you're spending more time in the water than fiddling around tying gear. And what's great about these, you saw me pull these boxes out, right? These bins will fit these baggies, dependent on the size of your Dodger, perfectly, right? So look, there's 2 of my Dodgers ready to rock and roll. And this will all, nicely fit in there, and you're prepped and ready. So you can easily have a bunch of your Dodgers pre-done in these baggies, set up in these bins, into that box. Now that one boat box, as I call it, is going to be ready to fish, and all you do is grab that box and go. Don't need 1,000 million different things. You can have your best top producers in the starting lineups, and there you're ready to fish. So I think that in itself, for the next step up box, I would like to call the medium, is perfect for any situation. For you kokanee fishermen, for you trout fishermen, heck, even you salmon fishermen, that's going to play an awesome part to your next success. And lastly, we have the big box, right? So you start off with that small 15 compartment bin. The medium size, as I called it, was a 20 compartment bin. Well, this bad boy is an 8 compartment bin. It's a bit bigger, right? Dimensions on this one, you're looking at 16.5 long, 4.5 deep. So this is about twice as deep as the other one, right? And then you're looking at 13 inches top to bottom. So same thing, latch design, and you're looking at the 8 big bins. So what I think is awesome about this one is that you can not only still use this for your kokanee fishing, but it's so much deeper, right? These boxes are really big. So you could fit even more of those Dodgers pre-done together, and all your riggings, you can do so many things, right? I really think this bigger box for you saltwater fishermen is going to be great. How about you guys that like to do lingcod fishing? How about you guys that like to do salmon fishing? You guys can take, for an example, how about you have all of your rudder flashers? They will fit in there. You pull a couple of those bins out to make room, or how about your 11-inch flashers for saltwater fishing? You could have everything under the sun, your leader rolls, everything, all in one compartment that's easy to access, easy to grab. Look, I think that is just going to be a time saver. It is really convenient. I can just carry, reach down, grab it. You can mark and label them, salmon box, lingcod box. This is a nice, convenient tackle box to hold everything in there. So I really think it's a win-win, given the fact you can buy online too, guys, right now during this craziness. And I'll show you right here. We're going to go through Harbor Freight's website. I'll pull up each single item. I'll link everything below, and you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. And using the coupon, you guys will be able to save money. So this, during this crazy time that we are in, I think is a perfect opportunity to get yourself organized, not only in your boat and how you fish, but in your shop at home. I think myself, these bins are great because I'm now able to organize better. And I think too that, they are semi-stackable. I won't say they perfectly fit into each other, but they work well on a shelf together. You can sit those small ones on top, all your parts go into one. Those bigger ones can do the same. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this updated video of the tackle organization. I really think this applies now, not just to you kokanee guys like I mentioned, but everybody. I just see the applications for all different types. It's so interchangeable with those boxes. You can do whatever you want to organize. So now you have a better opportunity to catch more fish. And I really hope that you guys can utilize this during this time to organize. and have a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this as well. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Again, everything's in the link description below. So look for more stuff coming out during this time, as we are going to be just sitting here in the shop because fishing is closed. But we will be getting out real soon. So take care, guys. Tight lines. And as always, fish on! Bonus part. So Harbor Freight has a really cool thing, guys, that you'll see from time to time. If you get the flyers, you'll be able to go in, pick something out, it doesn't matter what, and you potentially get a free item. Could be a tarp, could be a flashlight. Honestly, some of the stuff's useful, and for free, it's not a bad thing. One of those items that I really think will be really good to have is a magnetic parts holder. What's cool about this, you tie your own leaders, right? You can put all your hooks in this. They're not going to get knocked and fly over all over the place. You don't have to play, 500 pickup off the floor. So I've been using these, have really enjoyed them to make it so easy when I'm tying my own hooks. In fact, one of the coupons that I received in the mail, as you can see right there, it's not free, but it's $1. And the free item next to it is microfiber towels. So it's pretty cool. So you really can't complain about getting something free, or even for $1 that are really going to be useful in the long run. So little bonus there. Always check out what they got going on for those deals, because some of those super coupons really are great, and have a lot of fun. Fish on!